So Donald Trump was at the National Association of Black Journalists yesterday, and they were late getting started because Donald Trump had an issue with the fact they wanted to fact check him in real time. And he didn't like that. He didn't want to be fact checked because he knew what he was going to be saying probably wouldn't be true, and the fact check would make him look bad. He wants to be able to say whatever he's going to say, have the crowd cheer, and call it a day. So he was late getting started. Then they had their little thing where it was really racist. It was really bad. There was even a moment where the one journalist was pushing back against him. I can't remember her name right now. But you see Donald Trump reach over to her water on the table and just tighten the cap down. Like really tighten it down good and put it back. For no reason other than to be petty. It was horrible. Now, there are some people that saying that because of how bad it was, Donald Trump should step down and no longer run for president. Pre-2008 Republicans would have agreed with you. That party is gone. We are seeing the dying gasps of the Republican Party. They are trying to hold on because they have become the party of Trump. They do what he says. If he says he's running, they back him. Now, whether or not they would back him after he loses in November when he says, I'm running again for 2028, they may not. They may say, okay, Donald, you've had your time. It's, but they are the party of Trump right now because they have pushed everybody reasonable aside. So no, he's not going anywhere. On top of that, Donald Trump would have to admit that everything that happened at the NABJ was bad, that it looked bad, and he will never do that. So his ego will get in the way. He's not going to go anywhere. And even if he would somehow miraculously agree that it was horrible, he needs to step aside. Now, who else are they going to get to run? J.D. Vance? J.D. Vance is getting ran over in the polls. He looks, he's got a negative favorability rating. They're making fun of him every day because he says something stupid every single day. So that doesn't help him win. And they've pushed all the reasonable people out that might appeal to the voters in the middle. They have no choice but to continue to run Donald Trump. So for as bad as it is, they're going to continue to run Donald Trump. Now, I think what you're going to see, though, is a shift in how the media presents Donald Trump. They're showing him for as bad as he is now. Where before, they would have kind of glossed this over, maybe only shown one or two of the highlights. They're showing it for as bad as it is because they're getting, the ratings from the rise of Kamala Harris. If Joe Biden had still been the nominee, they would not be covering this event the same way. So just remember that as you go forward, that the media is still trying to tell a story, but they think covering the rise of Kamala Harris is more favorable to their ratings and their pocketbooks, and also that now covering the fall of Donald Trump is better, when they should have been covering Donald Trump like this all the way back in 2016, and he never would have been president the first time around.